Microsoft Sam Plays F1 25. What's up my scrubby scrubs? This is the goddamn Microsoft Sam here for another episode of Microsoft Sam Plays F1 25. In the last episode, ROFL World Racing made its debut at the season opener in Australia, but it was a bittersweet victory no thanks to that cheating dumb shit known as Verstappen. Today, we are gonna be heading to the next round in China. So without further ado, let's go. Since I focused on Sonny at the last race weekend, I'm gonna focus in Aiden Jackson for this one. I already know how the sprint weekends work, so this is quite pointless.
We are heading to the second round. That correct, Sam?
That is quite correct, Aiden. And not to mention, this is gonna be a sprint weekend, which means there will be only one practice session to do.
Hello and welcome to Free Practice 1 from Shanghai International Circuit here in China. It's an imposing grandstand structure, tarmac that presents all sorts of challenges in these cooler temperatures. Crucial data needs to be gathered and unique challenges will be presented throughout the session.
So here we are in China, a place of rich history and famous people such as Hong Zina and the Wak. But anyway, it's time to start this practice session.
Alright Aiden, I need you to get through as many corner gates as possible, as well as beat the target lap time to pass this program. And don't forget to activate the GRS in the defined activation points as well.
Copy that, Sam.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Thank you, whoever you are.
That was Mark, the race engineer for this team. But anyway, just like I did to Sonny, I'm gonna give you some of my power for you to teleport back to the pits. Sound good?
Alright then, fire away.
Just like Sonny, you seem to have done very well for your first teleportation.
Thanks, Sam.
We're testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Copy that, Mark.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Thank you, Mark. Anyway, time to teleport back to the pits. Sam, I noticed that the last run on this program didn't get a perfect score. May I try again?
Sure you can, Aiden.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I know, Mark. But anyway, I hope that was enough. Time to teleport again. It was enough. Time to start the last practice program of the session.
For this program, I want you to give me a few laps to help us calculate a good strategy for the race.
How many laps do I need to do?
3 laps will be good enough.
Alright, copy. The first lap is complete. Second lap is down for the count. And that's all 3 laps.
Well done, Aiden. Now please, teleport back to the pits and let's go to sprint qualifying.
Alright then, getting ready to teleport back to the pits.
And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye. Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
The car is ready, Aiden. So you are good to go.
Let's do this.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Fuck yes. That's what I like to hear, Mark. Pole is always gonna be good.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Alright, time for the sprint.
Forget pit stops. Forget fuel management, it's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Shanghai International Circuit then is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience. The flats, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Aiden Jackson lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Sonny Hayes, and Hamilton. Piastri, Hülkenberg, Norris, and Alex Albon. Fernando Alonso, Bortoleto, Pierre Gasly, and Sainz. Hadjar, Antonelli, Lance Stroll, and Esteban Ocon. Tsunoda, Lawson, Behrman, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves? Big excitement? What?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
I will not let you or the team down, Mark. I'm gonna get the max amount of points in this sprint.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Copy that.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Understood. Yes, yes, yes. Victory in the sprint.
Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes. Woo! Come on. Yes. Yes. Woo!
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.
With the sprint concluded, that only leaves regular qualifying and the main race to go, but you can do it, Aiden. I believe in you.
Okay, time for regular qualifying.
Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
You have nothing to worry about, Aiden. Just do what you do best and pole will be yours.
Thanks for believing in me, Sam. I will not disappoint you.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Another pole has been secured. And now it's time for the main race.
The Chinese Grand Prix then is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Aiden Jackson yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Piastri, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Hayes, and Nico Hülkenberg, Albon, Ocon, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Behrman, Antonelli, Hadjar, Pierre Gasly, and Yuki Tsunoda, Norris, Stroll, Lawson, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
After my performance in the sprint, I won't let you down, Mark.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Loud and clear.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Thank you very much for that.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Final
Okay,
lap.
so we're leading our
Let's
teammate
bring the
by
car home.
7.9 seconds.
Yes. 2 wins in the same weekend.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done. Yes! Come on! Get in there!
Everyone is very proud of you, Aiden.
And across the line he goes to take the checkered flag and maximum points. Victory for Aiden Jackson.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
We had drama from start to finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Now that's what I wanted to see. This is what should have been at Australia. I have gained fan bonuses. Noise. Time to set the activities. Or training.
You've earned a training point. Performing your duties as an owner will earn you more training points that can be used to purchase training courses like these here, helping you to develop your skills and become a more effective leader. When you purchase one, you'll then need to schedule time in the activities screen to attend the course and gain the benefit from it. There are 3 different areas of training that you can pursue, and where you choose to focus your efforts will determine what kind of leader you are, represented by your specialization. Why don't we spend that training point now, and then go to schedule the course?
Alright then, Andrew. I better choose a training exercise. And that's the training scheduled. Let's check in the rest. A facility upgrade has been completed. Nice, I better buy another upgrade. And let's add another sponsor to the car. How could I forget? I better research some more upgrades for the car. And that's all the upgrades I could research. Time to advance the calendar forward. Let's buy some more facility upgrades. Let's continue.
A sponsor is interested in backing our team.
A new sponsor is interested in backing our team? That's very good news to hear. Time to put that new sponsor in the car. A new sponsor has been put on the car. Let's move on.
Our talks with this driver are advanced enough to justify an informal chat. This will help us understand more about what the driver expects from our team and what kind of contract they want. If you don't want to take this meeting yet, we can delay it and pick it up later from the driver's area of personnel.
I'm ready to do the meeting with Sonny and review. So let's go to the driver talks with him. But before I do, I'm gonna buy another facility upgrade. Now I'm ready.
Alright Sam. If you can meet my expectations, then I could stay with the team in the future. Do we have a deal?
You have a deal, Sonny.
Things are progressing well. We've got a bit more into the weeds of discussions following that first early meeting. In a good way. You know, details. I'll keep you posted. It's not over the line yet.
You knew that, Andrew.
Unfortunately, one of the parts failed during development. We'll need to revisit the development area and give it another go.
That's not good, Mathis. I better redevelop those failed parts then. Alright, the parts are now in development. And it looks like that the next race is gonna take place in Japan. But anyways, I'm gonna end this episode off right here. Stay tuned to Swagmaster the Fed Slayer Productions and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. This is Microsoft Sam, signing off. Peace out.